Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be taking a look at 10 insane hyper carries that were built within Teamfight tactics. Now this obviously focuses on individual champions that have been built with the correct items and RNG to make them an unstoppable force that completely dominates the board. Keep in mind there won't be much of a real order as they're all quite insane and we just want to show off some crazy things. Also, something important to note is that nothing we feature will have hyper carries that result because of some sort of in-game bug. Everything here is pure TFT RNG at its best. If you guys do enjoy this video, then feel free to hit that like button and subscribe for some future content. Without further ado, let's get straight into this. So, first up, at number 10, we have a Reddit user by the name FAQ Master who posted his insane Cho'Gath hypercarry, dealing a whopping, listen to this, 16,100 damage using only his ultimate. One ultimate. I mean, just take a look at this clip. Are you watching this? This is insane. Cho completely destroys the enemy single-handedly with absolutely no problem, and what's funny is how close he was to death and how he was CC'd right before the ability went off. Then when it did, well, I mean, it went off pretty hard. What's insane is also that if you can even get a level 2 Cho and happen to grab 3 sorcerers, you can probably have him do 80 to 90% of the exact same amount of damage that this guy is doing, all with a single ultimate. It's truly a great combo and a hyper carry I do see a lot of people try to build, at least just for the cheese. At number 9, I mean, well, we have Disguised Toast with Lucian and a couple of important items. You know, a couple of static shivs, the Blade of the Ruin King, and a very simple explanation as to why this hyper carry is absolutely insane. How about you guys give it a watch without me talking first?
So every time Lucian auto, half the time he shoots everyone. Half the time he triple hits. And that triple hits trigger Gunslinger half the time as well. $7.5k damage in 2 seconds.
You heard it here, folks. 7.5k damage in about 2 to 3 seconds to completely destroy the enemies on the board. This hyper carry is insane and actually quite consistent if you can manage to set it up in multiple games, but of course you're going to have the RNG gods watching over you, but nonetheless, what an insane hyper carry. And at number 8, we have Skara showing off some insane mathematical skills. I mean, listen, I give Teamfight Tactics a very hard time for being so RNG oriented, but Skara really goes to show how far strategy and pre-planning can truly make and break a player. I mean, if you really put your mind to it, you can create some insane things. This is something I really appreciate, and the way he explains and then with confidence shows off his prediction in his work, it's really like art. Truly. I mean, take a look for yourselves one more time with the audio playing.
Build is fully online, so technically I've seen the math. It's supposed to do 1667 damage. So someone in chat says, wasn't it better to take spatula? Let me show you. So I positioned it perfectly against this comp. Let me show you. Oh! What the fuck did I do? What the fuck?
You can see right as the fight starts, Akali literally pops 4 of the enemies, dealing 1,666 damage each as they fall down so quickly, man. They just fall in like flies. I guess equipping her with 2 Rabadons and a Luden's Echo goes a super long way. Alrighty, on to number 7, we have Katarina the Beyblade posted by Pantsar Optional on Reddit. As you can see by the video, equipping Kat with 100 starting mana has her spinning to no end as she destroys the enemy team. It's so satisfying to watch her spin in the air, there's absolutely no doubt about that. And if you guys want to see more of this, here's another clip by Spice Lad which did the exact same hyper carry. The truth be told, Beyblade Cat is very popular within the community. Now, toning it back down a little, on a real note, this hyper carry is pretty flimsy. Compared to the others on this list, doing Beyblade Katarina is actually risky, as having a champ which can buffer is quite important, but you can't force a single champion to get buffed, and it could cost you the match in the late game if you mess up, or if RNG messes up. With that being said, watching her spin to win is satisfying, and I'm gonna give it a try regardless, just because of how fun it looks. Moving on to number 6, we have Aatrox one-shotting 5 out of 6 enemies on the board with sorcery posted by Culisin on Reddit. I'm sorry for butchering usernames, I have trouble with them. We can see that it's super satisfying to watch and extremely powerful when it works out really well. Unfortunately, because Aatrox is needed for a demon comp and a blade master / gunslinger hybrid comp, he becomes pretty highly contested. But hey, if you can snag him and try this hyper carry build out, it clearly won't disappoint you. And number 5, we have Rengar. Literally, Rengar, hear me out here. So he's typically not known as a hyper carry because he lacks overall reliability, but in this video we can see him pounce back and forth as he destroys everyone in his sight. Carrying a Guardian Angel, Bloodthirster, and Rageblade, he really shows who's the best predator around in this clip. If Rengar had more reliability, he would be a beast of a hyper carry, and I really mean that. It just sucks when he kills everyone but kind of decides not to attack the enemy Draven early on and it costs you the fight. Or if, he leaves the enemy Karthus at 1 HP left and you lose the fight because Karthus decides to ultimate. It can be heartbreaking because of the RNG, but hey, when it works, well damn, it works well. Courtesy of Dechilled for the video that was posted on Reddit. On to number 4, we have Blademaster Graves posted on Reddit. And well, geez, not to say much, but he deals 5,273 damage in about 6.5 seconds, leading him to be dealing a damage per second of 811. To see him just shooting enemies down so casually is quite insane and quite mind-boggling, honestly. He is extremely strong, and I've seen Graves become a popular hyper carry a lot lately. Now, I personally haven't tried to make Graves my hyper carry, but after witnessing this, I might just give it a shot, no pun intended. Number 3 is a little bit different, because we lack a video to show off, but hey, they say a picture can tell 1,000 words, and this is a perfect example of that. Posted by Sharkkeeper on Reddit, he shows off how Karthus, with 3 items plus a team-wide ultimate, equals absolute chaos for the enemy team as he rains terror. 1,808 damage across the board, wipes everyone like nothing. It's honestly absolutely insane to see. I won't lie, if this happened to me I'd low-key cry. Next, at number 2, we have the Whopper Locker 19 showing off a play by Dog on Twitch that displays Misfortune with 3 items and a very clean and nice ultimate on top of those 3 items. Placing her in the bottom left corner, she unleashes all her damage in a flurry of bullets that wipe out the enemy team in one swift ultimate, leading to a nice 2000 IQ play. Of course, just to top it all off, it was the last fight that led him to victory, concluding the match in the best way possible. This is actually the first clip I've ever seen Misfortune as the hyper carry. Gotta love it. Super nice. Super nice. Anyways, last but certainly not least, at number 1, we have a beautiful play that wasn't exactly by its Hafu on Twitch, but instead by her opponent. Regardless, it was amazing to witness as the enemy showcases an insane Shyvana carry build, raining hell on this poor Twitch streamer. Looking like a sleek early advantage as her entire board stays alive to fight off the Shyvana, she quickly realizes that her demise is still set as each hit of all her units present a mere scratch to this insanely tanky enemy Shyvana.
Got it. I'm gonna get soloed by this thing, huh? That is the new tech. I see the new tech. I understand. I see. I understand.
Anyways, that is the last play of the video. With all that being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, then maybe consider hitting that like button and maybe subscribe for some future content. Also, if you've got a moment of your own, maybe head into the comments and let me know what happened. What's the most insane hyper carry you've ever built, and how much damage did it deal? I'd love to know. And did it lead you to victory? And would you still build it? That's 3 questions for you guys to answer in the comments. That should stir up some discussion. But anyways, as always, thank you a ton for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.